such an asshole.
Hello, children. Lengthy ones, sit down. Hey, asshole, repeat customer here. As usual, before I do something stupid that I might regret, I would like to check in with you and get your honest opinion. My background, 31-year-old man living in the United States, working remotely as an accountant, $120,000 a year salary with 20% yearly bonus, $200,000 in investments, $30,000 money market cash on a rainy day fund, $10,000 cash regular savings. Plan to treat as play money. Fully paid off, reliable, newish car, no debt, single, no kids, no wife, will stay that way forever. Where have all the good men gone? Oh, but you're 5'10". Oh. After turning 31 this year, I finally realized how fast time is fleeting away. Days become a blur, and the older I get, I finally experience the true concept of fleeting time. With that being said, here's my little dilemma. After a decade of switching job and having shitty bosses, I finally landed a good job with a good boss where I see myself staying for a while. However, as you know, all good things sooner or later come to an end. I'm 100% sure that if I ever end up losing this job, I never want to work in corporate America again. This job, I could have swore we have talked many times about you becoming self-employed. But apparently you're not going to do that, obviously, because you're a chick. Hey, you should really start to, hey, that accounting thing, they really got a shortage. You should put a couple lines in the water of self. Hey, you know what? You ought to get a couple clients on this. Never mind. This job is like dating a normal girl after dating tens of toxic ones. This job made me realize how truly horribly I have been mistreated and brain fucked before. And I just don't have a desire to ever come back to that environment. I am not saying I will become a leech on society and never work again, but I sure as shit will not be busting my ass off working 60, 80 hours per week as I did in the past decade of my life. The good news, Obi-Wan Cappy, I know exactly what I want to do if this happens. I want to scale. Okay, that's great. Most people don't know what they want to do. I want to scale back on my full-time work. I would either get self-employed, work part-time, or contract seasonal roles. If I have to work a full-time job, I would do my required 40 hours a week and not a minute more than that. I'm not saying I won't save or invest anymore. I will still do that, but to a way lesser extent than I have been for the last 10 years. I would also potentially become a digital nomad and possibly spend 6 months out of the year in cheap places like Southeast Asia or the Balkans, where the dollar can stretch further than the U.S. and the women are nice, beautiful, and thin. I mean, maybe they are still. I'm not sure which place I would choose as of now, but I could visit a few countries the next year or two and make that decision. I ran some numbers in the investment calculator, came to the conclusion that if I leave my 200,000 investments that I have right now and not contribute a single cent until I'm 60, I could possibly be sitting anywhere around $2.4 million. Could be sitting anywhere between $2 to $4 million, depending on how the market performs. Therefore, technically speaking, my retirement is taken care of, although we really don't know how the future will turn out. Still, given that you're not going to have the life expectancy by the time you were done writing this email. And then he finished his email at 73 and a half and died of a stroke. Still, given the historical returns, my minimalist mindset, that is the closest to the sure thing that I could speculate. My 30,000 I have right now in emergency fund is enough to last me way over 6 months, and the 10,000 of play money are literally there for me to kick back and not work and enjoy whenever I feel like. I do not own a house, nor do I want to own a house. I honestly don't want the hassle of owning one. I'm not sure where I want to park myself long term, if ever. What do you say to reading everything above? You need to learn how to write much more succinctly. That's what I say. If I was to lose my current job tomorrow, do I have the numbers in my little plan in my favor, or should I suck it up and may focus on saving, investing a little longer before I pull the plug and dial back earnings wise? Name your price. All right. I absolutely love your plan. I think you should travel in the world. I don't think productive members of society are long for the United States, unless you yourself are a minimalist and not, you're just doing your 40. I like your mentality because it's congruent with reality. It's accurate. Like, you are not a slave anymore. You're not doing your 60, 80 hours. You finally talked about, like girls, they talk about going to the gym, but they never actually go. Am I right? You talk about self-employment, but you're never actually going to do it, right? I don't know. You got a fraggy vaggie down there and you're afraid of the 1099. Oh, the number is 1099. Oh, my penis shrank back up inside. So, but yeah, no, I like the idea. And you're right. You got 200,000 in investments. Let the power of compound interest do its magic. they'll only think 30,000 your emergency fund. All right, cool. I bolstered that up a little bit. 10,000 play money, that won't last you years in the field. But yeah, I'd work a little bit. Enjoy summer here in the United States while we got it. And then yeah, I just keep, if you got your job you like now, I mean, you're not going anywhere, right? You enjoy your job now. Milk that job for as much as possible. Ideally, you'd have more like 75 grand to go live remotely. That'll also grant you enough time for your penis to come back out of the hole it retracted into, and not for your self-employment, and get yourself some contracts and some gigs. And then you could work remotely, and then you could travel. So you kind of, I approve. You got the good job now, build up at least 50 grand, of play money. That way you're not going to be rushing back or anything like that. You could fully and thoroughly travel, check out the Balkans, check out Asia. And who knows, maybe this job, maybe it's the one that, you're just like, oh boy, I really love this job. You start saving all the money, and then the thing is, though, you gotta have some kind of money coming in between now and 65, so 34 years before you retire. So you're gonna have something coming in. But yeah, no, I approve. This is all I give it my Gen X blessing. There you go. We got anything? Boom. That's it. See you guys later. Toodles. Oh, link below. Bachelor Pad Economics courses that I offer on Teachable in terms of financial planning, getting your financial shit together. And I forgot what the other one was. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.